Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We are glad to have you here. I will not be remiss the way I was last week. I'm going to welcome my sister and make sure that I get it right this time. We're going to get this right up front. Miss Tamara Johnson Shealy, come on in. How are you doing this evening? Sister, how you doing?
Good evening, good evening. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderfully blessed. Excited about our show tonight. Just gonna jump right in, and I want to hold you, give you a little suspense. We have a surprise for you at the end of the show, but we're not gonna tell you now. We're gonna make you wait until the very end, and so those that wait till the end will be rewarded. But we're not going to delay any long. Of course, this is, me. My name's Sean Hill of SeanEHill.com, your ADOS instructor. And I just want to know, if you're watching this on Facebook, you know what to do. Share this, because we got a hot one tonight. Woo! This show going to be on fire. So share the show. Make sure you jump in those comments. Give us those thumbs ups, those hearts, all that good stuff, all that engagement activity. It helps the show out because Facebook loves it. It means that something good is happening. And so all that activity helps us out. If you're watching this on YouTube, please, please, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, ding, and make sure that you get in those comments, because once again, YouTube loves that engagement. So whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, we want to make sure that you're engaged, because you're as much a part of this show as we are. Ms. Tamara, tell I know the people know you, but tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Tamara Johnson Shealy. I host the broadcast right here on Facebook as well every Friday at 11 a.m. where we talk all things Georgia politics, anything that's specific to Georgia. And we've been and ADOS has been taking over the broadcast lately, so we're talking a lot about that. Being in the South, sometimes we're the last to know. So we're just trying to make sure that all ADOS here in the state of Georgia we're keeping them abreast of everything that's happening.
Awesome, awesome, my sister. Shout out to Roland Dunham. Shout out to Arlen Wallace. Thank you for sharing the show. We certainly appreciate your support so much. But so let's jump right into this. We're not gonna hold you. We're not gonna keep you long. We got a lot to get into. So of course we always do this. Is Tuesday night. We're gonna do the report card of the Cyrus 7. These are the 7 members of the CBC who have not co-sponsored HR 40, the study for reparations. So we know they must be busy. We know they must be busy working for Black people. So what we do, my sister and I, we want to make sure we're following them on Twitter. And I would encourage this for anybody, especially if one of these miscreants, one of these rodents, one of these scoundrels happens to be your representative. You want to keep your good eye on these people. Keep your eye on them, put the glasses on, get the bifocals, whatever you need. You got to keep your eye on these people, because these people something else right here. And so we just follow them on Twitter and see if they're talking about anything ADOS related. Of course, an ADOS tweet, what we consider to be an ADOS tweet, is if they're talking about reparations, ending mass incarceration, or closing the racial wealth gap, because that's what we care about. All this other stuff, we don't even care about that. But that's what we care about. So we're going to start with Mr. Emmanuel Cleaver. He's been there since 2005 out of the good state of Missouri. Got a lot of stuff going on in Missouri right now. And he was tweeting about it. He had 13 tweets, but 0 ADOS tweets. None about that. So you know what that's going to be. 0, 13. That's going to give you an F. That's going to be a 0. Mr. Mark Vesey out of the great state of Texas, my state. Embarrassing good Texas folk. Got a lot of ADOS in Texas, but he's an embarrassment. Yeah, he is. 14 tweets, 0 ADOS tweets. You know that's going to give you an F. I don't care how you add that up. It's going to be F no matter how you say it. Sister, I think you had Mr. Stephen Harford. Was Mr. Harford putting in some work for us?
He tried. Out of 37 tweets, 3 of them were specific to African Americans. So I think he should get a small honorable mention for those 3. But 30 out of 37 tweets, that's still just not enough. Yeah,
that's going to be still an F. That's still going to be an F. Mr. Colin Allred, 28. And the funny thing about these man, I run out of adjectives of how despicable these people are. I'm going to have to keep coming. I'm going to dig into that thesaurus.com and come up with some more adjectives for these people. These last 5 are what we call freshmen. I mean, they just got there, and already they are showing out. Mr. Allred, out of good state of Texas, I'll tell you, we got to do better in Texas. 23 tweets, 0 ADOS tweets. Yeah, that's going to give you an F. Mr. Antonio Delgado, Mr. Delgado, out of the great state of New York, 41. He actually was the, put in the most tweets this week. He put in some work, but it wasn't ADOS work. 0 ADOS tweets. That's going to give you an F. And, of course, I'm going to have my sister bring up the end and talk about the ladies. I didn't want to go hard on the ladies. So people say that I'm being sexist or call me something else. So I just passed this off to my sister. So I'm going to let you handle these ladies.
Well, Miss Lauren Underwood, what state is she? I can't.
Illinois. She's out of Chicago. You know what? We just had a couple of young ladies killed. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry, sister. Go ahead. Go and speak on them.
Lauren Underwood, 18 tweets, 0 ADOS.
0.
0.
Not a hero. Not a shero, just a 0. and now this next one is near and dear to your heart. Come on, tell us about Lucy. Okay. Lucy, got some explaining to do.
I'm so disappointed.
Lucy.
Gosh, I'm so disappointed. I don't even think I could say that enough. I'm just so disappointed. I had such high hopes for her as a freshman legislator. She won by a hair, thinking she was going to go there. Her son was killed at the hands of it had to be a white supremacist, anybody that was shooting a car because the music was too loud. And I knew that she was going to go in and really speak truth to power, but that has not happened. So out of her 7 tweets, 0 have been ADOS.
0, 0, 0. And we stand on Lucy. We're not taking the eye off the ball. We know Lucy's running scared. She's just made it up there. But you're gonna be one term Lucy, and I don't even care. What difference does it make whether you're a Republican or Democrat or white or black? If you're not doing anything for ADOS, then you become the enemy. So Miss Lucy, you on alert. I'm telling you, I got good people down there. Miss Tamara, she's there with you. You better get right. You better get your life right. That's all I can tell you.
She gotta get right. She gotta get right. And we're not gonna stop. We've been in her district, so just know that I am not alone. We are in her district, and we are talking to those constituents. So if this is what it takes, this is what it takes.
Get your life right, Lucy. Get your life right. Well, you know what? Yvette had a great show last night, and one of the things that she just really broke it down. And after this, after our show tonight, because I want you to click off of here, because we want you right here, right now. I'm going to put the link to her show so you can get the full picture of it. But she really broke down the emotion of it. And that's why I titled our show tonight is that the CBC needs Trump's racism, because you see what they're doing for their communities. So Trump's racism allows them to cover up what they're not doing. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the 10 emotional triggers. The 10 emotional triggers to get blacks to vote. And then I'm going to let my sister talk a little bit at the end about how you can get involved. So the 10 emotional triggers to get blacks to vote. Trigger number 1, boom, there he is. Racism is not policy. So Mr. Trump came all this. We know he's a racist. It don't even matter. We're not even going to discuss that. We're not even going to discuss it because that's a whole different subject. Here's Mr. Trump's tweet. He said, as proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, and well run, just very crowded. Cumming district is a disgusting rat and rodent infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean it up. This is a very dangerous and filthy place. And now, let me say this right here. I said this the other day, that anybody in the CBC needs to do, whether it's Cummings, whether it's Cyrus 7 that we mentioned, all you got to do to dispel this man, sit him down, shut him up, shut him down, is pull out the receipts of what you done in your district. Just say, no, man, you can't say that about me. I've got this bill going. I brought this bridge. I brought these jobs here. Boom, boom, boom. So you can't say that about me. But they couldn't do that. Oh, no, it's Trump's a racist. Oh, he can't talk to us like that. Had people on CNN crying. Embarrassing, folks. Sister, talk to me about this. The cover of racism to be used to trigger emotion in people, to get us off policy, to get us off point. Well, I know you've seen this before. What do you think about when racism is used to get us off off our game?
I think it's a crying shame. I think that, you know, I want to believe we just smarter than that. Like those of us that are conscious and aware politically, we're smarter than that. Like we know, we see the smoke and mirrors. We just got to be able to see beyond it, because it's a trick. It's trickery, like we say here in Georgia. It's just trickery.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Let's move on to the next one. Threats are not policy. Threats are not policy. Oh, this happened a little while ago. Y'all know Biden still singing this sad song. In 2012, Mr. Biden said, "Oh Lord," Biden tells the African-American audience, GOP ticket will put them in chains, but he gonna put y'all back in chains, Lord. He gonna send y'all, he gonna get the votes out, Lord. Y'all just need to vote for us, and then we can protect you, good folks. But if y'all vote, if y'all don't vote, oh man, gonna put you back in chains. Mr. Mayor, what you think about these threats? What you think about them? We gonna be back in chains?
The bogus threat. Not this generation. Not us. Empty threats, bogus, or whatever. Not this generation.
And understand what they're trying to do, folks. They're trying to move you from logic to emotion. They're trying to move you from logic to emotion, because when you're in emotion mode, then you're just acting on survival. You're not asking for anything. So you're not asking for policy. You're not asking for a black agenda. You just, hey, oh my God, I gotta survive. You're in survival mode. That's why these things are being done to you. That's why you needed to be here tonight. And if you haven't shared this yet, you need to share this show, because some of these things are happening to you right now. And you need to show people how they need to be protected and protecting themselves, because this is going down right now. All right, next thing. Oh, we got the whole trick bag tonight. They do I want the compliments. And I know you can talk on this specifically. So let me set it up for you. And I'll just let you knock this out the park, because you had to deal with this. So the DNC chairs, black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party. Oh, that sounds so good. Appealing to not the black vote, the black woman vote. Don't say nothing about black men. Hardly ever see anything about black men. Black women are the backbone. But then, on the other side, we got the black women candidates saying, well, we feel slighted by the Democrats. Wait a minute, Tamara. I thought they said that black women were the backbone of the Democratic Party. Did they mean only when you vote and not when you're running? Is that what they meant?
They mean you need to stay the backbone. You need to stay in the back. You bring yourself to the front of this party and try to act like you want to run and you want to take some leadership. No, we want you to do all the hard work and we're going to get all the glory.
And you have a little experience in this, because you ran several times. Why don't you just talk a little bit about your experience with party politics?
I didn't run one time. I didn't run two times. I ran 3 times consecutively, 2014, 2016, and 2018. 37% the first time, 43.8% the second time, and would have won it because the lady who ran the race against me, because the Democratic Party thought she was more electable because she was white, and our district is white. Yeah, party politics. That's how it works.
But they said use the backbone, though.
Yeah, I could do the work. I did all the heavy lifting. I nurtured the district for 2 cycles. In the 3rd cycle, the white woman said, I'll take it from here. And she ran a race against me. The only thing she could come up with was the color of my skin. And she ran a race against me and got all the white people that supported me the first 2 times around to support her. Because, with white people, they can't, you'll be ousted. You won't be white no more if you get too close to them other folks. So they had to save themselves, and they banded together, and she won. And she won on the heel. She stole it from me. Then she rolled Stacey Abrams' coattails. She never had a black agenda. And that was what I said along the whole way. She never had a black agenda. She never had to make promises to any black people. She just rolled. She stole it from me because she could in the primary. It wasn't an election year. Fewer of us we don't come out. So when Stacey Abrams was at the top of the ticket, she didn't have to do nothing but ride Stacey's coattails, because the black people, what we do when we go to the polls, we vote straight down. We don't know who these people are. Anybody with a D behind their name.
Woo, let me move on. Told you it's gonna be hot. Let me move on, bro. I tell you, these folks be shucking and jiving. Oh, next thing they do. The first is not a policy. The first is not a policy. Rep. Johanna Hayes, the first black woman elected to Congress from Connecticut, endorses Kamala Harris. You see, you're gonna see a lot of these. Oh, Kamala Harris can be the first black woman president. Well, first woman, female president, but she can. Oh, she'll throw that one up there too when she get in the right audience. Oh, I can be the first black woman president as well. Now, when she get around to her Indian people, oh, it's gonna be the first Indian woman president. But we know how Kamala flips back and forth depending on who's in front of you. But see, we can't. We in 2019, we can't keep falling for this first policy, thinking that we get one in, oh, that's gonna kick the door open. She just got in. Now she done kicked the door open. Now we're gonna all get in. Oh, my sister, can you talk a little bit about this one? About being the first.
We had the first. Barack, how much did we really get done under his leadership?
Well,
so we don't need no more first. No, we really don't need no more first. We need somebody that's gonna represent ADOS. Is going to have an agenda that's inclusive of all people, and that includes us, ADOS, and that's what we need.
I heard that, sister. You know what? I think Barack Obama, I think he kind of absorbed all the first, because when you get to the president, when you're the first quote unquote black president, all the other stuff just need to go by the wayside. All this other stuff just need to get pushed off the table. You can't tell me no first. I want to hear no first, because I know the first don't mean the next. And so let's keep pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, the blame game. Oh, I'm telling you, that bag is tricked. I mean, the trick bag is full. Oh, they got so many tricks for you. The trick bag is full. So if we don't fall for any of the others, come the blame game. It says black voter turnout fell in 2016, even as a record number of Americans cast ballots. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to read the second paragraph that says a number of long-standing trends in presidential elections either reversed or stalled in 2016 as black voter turnout decreased, white turnout increased, and the non-white share of the U.S. electorate remained flat since 2012 election. Here are some key takeaways from the Census Bureau report, the data source for the most comprehensive demographic and statistical portrait of U.S. voters. So it's our fault that Trump is in office, because we didn't do our job. We didn't do our job, so it's really our fault that Trump is in office. And see, when people come to me with this fear mongering, this blame game, they never say, well, you know, the Democrats just really ran a crappy race. They ran a horrible candidate, and they didn't have anything that the black community could get excited about and support. And so really, maybe it's their fault. Why don't we put it on them? Oh my goodness. Sister, talk to us about this blame game.
More trickery. More trickery.
Oh my goodness.
All I got to say.
I know you've heard it all. I know. Stop me when you haven't heard one. I know you've heard all of these. You out here. I know you've heard this. I'm telling you, they just keep reaching, man. They keep reaching. Oh, this is a good one right here. Oh man. Oh. Tell you, Bill Clinton gonna come and he gonna play that sax for you. Oh man, and Barack, he gonna get in church, he gonna sing a song for you. Oh, we love that cultural offender. We love it when our politicians come into the black community, grab some black eyed peas, maybe get a little sweet potato pie, and just really make us feel like they one of us. They understand. Did you see how he played that sax? Did you see how Barack sounded? Ooh, he sounded like he was, boy, he sounded like he was raised up in Georgia. He sounded like he raised in Mississippi.
Barack could not sing. I'm sorry. He could not sing.
Oh, I think I saw some Georgia women crying. I think it was crying. It was like, oh my God. He one of us. Oh, he one of us. Oh, but that cultural affinity, I tell you, sister, it's something else. When they come in and they get the saxophone and they get it's an amazing thing. We just glam onto it.
I think I'm insulted by it now. Like when I see it, it's like I'm insulted that you do that.
Exactly. No, seriously, and that's what we're here for. I'm sorry for some of you people. I really am, and I mean that sincerely. Because it's really hard when you hear that there's no Santa Claus. It's really hard when you see how the trick is done. See, because then you lose your illusion. You'd rather see the illusion, and boy, he really did make that elephant disappear. You don't want to see behind the scenes and know how the trick was done, but we're revealing this tonight so you won't keep getting played. You won't keep getting the okie doke, the banana in the tailpipe. So this ploy right here, when these vultures, and I don't care whether they black, white. So Clinton was white, Barack was black. He was black. He was a black man. Not ADOS, but we're not gonna get into that tonight. We'll leave that for another night. But he was black. So it doesn't matter what race they are. They will come up into your community and act like they understand you, but they have no policy for you. We don't need understanding. We need policy. All right, we're gonna move on. Oh, this is another one. This is another good one. Oh, Barack, he up here next to Jay-Z, baby. Jay-Z, I know you like Jay-Z, y'all. Jigga. Oh, now, see, this is another trickery. So if we can just put you up next to one of the quote unquote, and I believe me, I'm using air quotes, icons of the black community. Maybe some of that fade off on you. Maybe you'll get some of that cool factor. I'm telling you, it gets deep. It gets deep. It gets deep. All these things are being done to you simultaneously. In other words, they don't choose one or the other. Why would they do that? Let's throw all this at you. So the ones that don't get the celebrity, you're going to get the cultural. The ones that don't get the first, you're going to get something else. And we just going to keep picking and choosing till we get all the people. But that celebrity, what do you think about the celebrity? Go get that celebrity. Get a little juice. Get a little jigger.
I'm never impressed. I've never been impressed by somebody because they got a little more money than I have. You breathe the same air I breathe. You gonna put your pants on one leg at a time, the same way I do. So I'm never impressed by that. So that never worked for me.
Sis, this is the power couple though. This Jigga and Beyonce and Babe. Oh, I know. Now I know. I don't know who they're going for this time. I don't know. Maybe Bernie can get a little Jigga. I don't know. Maybe Jigga. I don't know. Cardi, that's right. Bernie got Cardi. Man, see, look at you. Look at you. Bernie got Cardi B. Bernie got Cardi B.
Ridiculous.
Oh, but I tell you, sis, Cardi B got a lot of fans. Cardi B got a lot of fans, and she.
But I mean, it's such a disconnect between the two of them. Like, it's obvious to those of us that are fans, that are not fans. You know, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Cardi said she feels the burn. She feels the burn. Burn, baby, burn. All right, but don't be impressed, folks. Watch out for Burn's policy, because what you have to understand, that celebrity is not policy. And Byrne has a lot of policies. Now, he's not like Biden. Biden got them twos and fews. Byrne got a lot of ideas. But understand this, his ideas are for a universal group. In other words, they're for everybody. They're not specific to ADOS. They're not specific to ADOS. And he got up in the NAACP meeting the other day, or as I like to call them, the NCRAP. He got up at that meeting the other day, and he was talking about, well, I'm the only reason I'm not for reparations because I don't want to see them give y'all a $20,000 check and think that's going to be good. I respect y'all more than that. No, Byrne, no, we're not falling for that, player. Because if that's what your concern, you could have just easily said, I think you need a $200,000 check. I think you need a $2 million check. So I wouldn't be happy with 20,000. Yeah, you could have said that, Byrne. Yeah, you sure could have said that. But that's not what you said. That's not what you said. So don't think that you fooling anybody. Byrne. Yeah, okay. Oh, here's my favorite one. Oh, I love this one. The Negro Whispers. Oh, but they not policy fam. Oh, I love this. Roly-poly with Hillary doing that little two-step. Oh, Roly. Oh, my man. He dances everywhere. But as Yvette said last night, anytime you see Negroes dancing, especially these Negro whispers, these Sambos, anytime you see them dancing, you know it's not policy. You know it's not policy. So you got to watch out for these Negro whispers. Roland, Simone Sanders, or as I like to say, Sambo Sanders, Joyless Reed. Yeah, we see all y'all. Y'all not interpreting nothing for the Black community, not for the ADOS community, because we're about policy. We're not about this buck dancing, butter biscuit eating, shucking and jiving. Sis, talk to me about these Negro whispers. Why? I think they're on alert now. They coming out the woodwork. I'm seeing people I ain't seen in years trying to come out here and get some biscuits. Talk to me about them, sis.
Oh, I just shake my head. And, I'm just, being inside of politics for the time that I was inside, I think that you kind of lose yourself because I was never able to be Black. Like, we don't talk anything specific to Black people. You can't ask for anything. When you ask, you got to say we and us and our. And we got to be inclusive, and we got to bring everybody into the fold. We can talk about immigrants, and we can give them a lane. We can talk about LGBTQ. We can give them a lane. We can give everybody a lane. But you can't give Black people a lane. And I think when you're inside the party, to the extent that some of these people are inside the party, you have to go along to get along to stay in the game. So that's what I'm seeing.
And this game don't get old, folks. This is the same playbook they've been running since the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. It ain't changed. It's just new faces. It's the same playbook that they've been running. Let's go up to some Black churches if we need a Black vote. Let's go do this if we need a Black vote. But see, that's not policy, fam. So don't be misled by any of this trickery. Anytime these people come to you, we pointed it all out. We pointed some of them out. There's some other ones, but focus on policy, fam. That's where our focus needs to be. Not all this trickery, not all this flim flam. Policy. What is your policy specifically for the Black community? That's what we need to know. Don't tell me about what Trump ain't gonna do. Don't tell me he building slave ships in his backyard. I don't want to hear that. I really don't. Because like I tell people, we went through.
Give people a reason to vote.
Yes.
You gotta give Black people and ADOS, you gotta give us a reason. That's why so many, they're wondering, why do so many people sit home? They have absolutely no reason to vote. None. So until the Democratic Party, which I do not believe, I don't have any faith that the party will actually do the right thing. I think it'll take people from the outside pushing the party to make them do the right thing, but they're not. And until a candidate has a Black agenda, I don't have nothing for them.
I ain't got nothing for you. As they say in the music, baby, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you. All right. Well, we come to my favorite part of the show. This Sambo the Week Award. And I gotta find me some music. One of friends of the show, Carlos, said he got some music. I'm about to find me some good buck dancing music for the Sambo the Week Award. Well, we got one this week. Let's talk about him. So we talked about this young man earlier. They talked about this character earlier. So let me just kind of give you a little rundown. Miss Rep. Sharice Davis said our office has been made aware of this incident. She retweeted something that Mr. Cleaver had tweeted. He said, I share the Representative Cleaver's deep concern over what was shown in this video. I'm in touch with his office and local authorities to assess the situation. Oh my God, what happened? What's going on? But Mr. Cleaver, what she retweeted said, this video is very concerning as to the traumatization of children. Oh, traumatization, big words. And the reasonable use of force. I've already reached out to all parties to better understand what's going on. Now, I know, sister, you've seen this too. You've seen Black child after Black child abused by the police, by authorities. So obviously, Mr. Cleaver was on his job and he was supporting Black children. And I said, Mr. Cleaver, that's wonderful. Oh, but I had to do a little more research. Carlos Guerrera. said he retweeted Mr. Cleaver as well. And this should give you a little hint to where we're going with this. He said, "Thank you, at Rep Cleaver." I'm not gonna do the accent. Okay. He said, this is what at We Are Unidos US means when it says nearly 6 million American kids at risk, and why policies like expanding expedited removal are so reckless. Expedited removal? Are they removing black kids from parents these days? Is that what they're doing? Is that what Mr. Guevara was talking about? Is that what he was talking about? Oh, no. We're talking about an immigration arrest streaming live. And Mr. Cleaver, the tweet that they were tweeting is this tweet. This video is very concerning as to the traumatization of children and the reasonable use of force. I've already reached out to all parties to better understand what's going on. It says, Rep Cleaver says ICE arrest of man in Kansas City is very concerning. Now, let me say this. I don't think any child should be traumatized. I don't care what their status is. I don't think any child should be traumatized at all. But I challenge anybody. I challenge anybody to go to Rep Cleaver's timeline and see if he doesn't have this same energy for black kids. Don't take my word for it. You go do the research, because I've done it. And I know what he's tweeting. I showed you what he tweeted earlier. Go back as far as you need to go. And you bring that tweet to me where he's talking about this with this level of passion about a black child, about an ADOS child. And so, yeah, Representative Cleaver, you get our Sambo of the Week award. Butter biscuits. Not because you're concerned about this child, but because you're not concerned about black children. And I don't see that from you. Sister, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? I'm just going to leave it there. What are your thoughts?
I had to just exhale. I had to just exhale, and we aren't asking for anything more than representation. We're not asking, ADOS is not asking for anything more than representation, period. But because people are afraid to lose their power, their influence, their position, these elected officials, because they're so afraid, they don't do anything. And when they do something, it's for the glory of, and it's just so sad. We got to run our own candidates. We got to get our own people on the inside. We got to get people that are true ADOS, have a heart for us, and know how to be inclusive, because being inclusive of, including ADOS is not excluding anybody else. It's just making sure that everybody's represented. We got to run our own candidates. We got to run our own. We got to have elected officials that are ADOS. So I would implore anybody that has a heart to really help push this ball up the hill, consider running. It could be your local city council. It could be school board. It could be anything any position. Just consider putting yourself in a place where you can represent us as a people.
But until then, we will not give these people a moment's worth of rest. Oh, y'all been stealing checks for a while. Y'all been stealing checks for a while. Y'all been eating, oh my God. Y'all done had the butter biscuits and the honey for a while. But I tell you what, we may not be able to get you out right now, but while you're there, oh yeah, we're going to make you very uncomfortable. You're going to be very uncomfortable because your trash and your filth that you've been throwing up on the black community is being exposed. It's being exposed. Now, I don't care what you say about Trump. Show the receipts. That's what we need from you. We know what he's going to do. He's told us what he's going to do. 3 million children off welfare, off SNAP. We know what he's going to do. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? That's the question. That's the question. So you got the Sambo of the Week award, Mr. Emmanuel Cleaver. Yay! Oh, we coming for you, Emmanuel. You've been in there long enough. And now for the announcement, that's kind of bittersweet for me. This is the last Tuesday that my sister will be here with me. I'm still going to be doing it. But this is the last Tuesday that my sister's going to be here with me. Her schedule has gotten really tight in the evening. She's become very busy. And so, you know, she's going to not going to be here on Tuesdays. But we are, like I said, it's bittersweet for me because the bitter part, she's not going to be here on Tuesdays. So I'm not bitter. I'm upset. I'm a little sad about that. So bitter is not a good word. But the sweetness is that we are working on a project behind the scenes. And like I said, because our schedules are so busy, we won't be able to actually do the project in full force until September. But it's going to be on Saturday mornings at 10, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be called the ADOS News You Can Use. And what we're going to do, the Tuesday night show is going to be me and a lot of guests. And we're going to be breaking subjects down just in detail. But the Saturday show is going to be us, me and my sister, and we're going to have guests there talking about a lot of different subjects, a lot of different pieces of news that we've come up on the week, and we're just going to give it to you. So you're going to get us twice a week. So I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're ready for it. Sister, what have you got to say about this exciting news? It's sad for me, but at the same time, I'm excited.
I'm excited. I have gotten a little bit overwhelmed. For those of you that don't know, I'm in law school, so it requires a lot of my time, a lot of my energy. I'm in my last year, so I want to finish strong. So yes, we will be doing this broadcast on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm excited. It gives us an opportunity to talk about all things ADOS. All things ADOS. We'll have great guests, and we're going to bring it to you raw. So be ready.
Be ready. We're going to bring it to you like we brought it. We ain't easing up. We're not lightening up. We tightening up. So I love it. So we just going to keep moving this thing and keep moving that ball on down the field. So before that, though, sister, you are doing something on Saturdays. As you talk a little bit about that, and what are your final thoughts for the evening? I'm sorry, you're doing something. No, I'm sorry, you're doing something Friday. Your show comes on Fridays. So talk a little bit about your show and just you know, your final thoughts.
Yeah, Fridays you can find us Fridays at 11 a.m. when we talk all things Georgia politics. ADOS takes over every now and again. They come in and take over the show, but we really try to keep Georgia abreast because Georgia, like you say, the Southerners, we didn't even know we were free. So we got to make sure that as things happen across this country, that ADOS here in Georgia knows what's going on. So every Friday at 11 a.m. and then in September it'll be Friday and Saturday at 11 a.m. So I'm really excited.
Woo! I don't know if you can handle it. That's a lot of work right there, but I'm looking forward to it. I know I can handle this. Yeah, definitely check out my sister Fridays. I've been on the show a couple times. We had a lot of ADOS people on the show, and it's just good. Man, we get it on. We get with it. And she gets with it as well. And as for me, hey, you know you can find me on SeanEHill.com on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe as we walk out of here, as we go out here tonight. Make sure that you share the show. Give us those hearts, those thumbs up, all that good stuff, because we bring you the dirt. We bring you the stuff other people don't bring you. We working hard for you. We're not the CBC. We work hard for you. We work because we love you. You our family. You our family, and we always want to take care of our family. So with that being said, fam, enjoy the rest of your evening, and always remember, always to be in power. We'll talk to you later. Good night, sis.
Good night.